let's talk about a simple question that can completely change the way that you move in your life and in your business. Sometimes we just need the right question at the right time to stop that autopilot and to really break the pattern and make you think about things differently and do things differently, and not differently just for the sake of being different, but different because it's in a way that feels good for you. And the simple question that I use over and over again in my life, in my business, and that I want to share with you today is, how can I make it simple and aligned? How can I make it simple and aligned? It's very simple. It's very easy. It's a very easy, quick question that you can ask yourself any time that you need. Yet it's very powerful. And we often don't like when things are simple. We don't like when things are so quick and easy, because we are taught to believe that things should be hard and it should be difficult and that you should really hustle and strive for something. But sometimes it's as simple as making the right question at the right time, and it can really change how you go about things. So for me, it's this question: how can I make it simple and aligned? And you can use this for literally everything. Your exercise routine, how can you make it simple and aligned? Going out with friends and you have to bring something, how can you make it simple and aligned? Embarking on a new project on your business, how can you make it simple and aligned? Everything. Your morning routine, how can you make it simple and aligned? This goes for literally everything. Relationships with yourself, with other people, projects, your business, working with clients. It works for activities, hobbies. How can you make it simple and aligned? It's a double-sided question, right? For on the one side, you have the simplicity, how you can make it simple. And the other side, you have the alignment, how you can make it aligned. So simplicity for me is part of one of my core values. One of my core values is ease. I want to do things with ease, with peace, just with that tranquility and calm. So making things simple for me helps me ground that value in something that it's quite tangible. So how can I make it simple? But for you, maybe one of your core values is something else, and maybe you want to change this word for something else. Maybe how can I make it fun and aligned? How I can make it safe and aligned? How I can make it supportive and aligned? So you can change this first word for something that it's more connected with one of your core values and just your way of being, the way that you live life. Maybe you are striving for simplicity, maybe you are striving for ease, maybe you are striving for connection. Whatever it is, you can change this first word. And then on the other hand, you have alignment. And that is just a way to say that you will do things in a way that feel good to you, that feel connected with you, that makes sense with who you are. And that is why when we talked about alignment will look differently for each one of us. And that is why this question is so important. How can you make it aligned with you? And I will make it align with me. And even if it's different, it's all right. But making this question and considering if it's aligned with you, or if you're just doing because you saw someone else doing it another way, or because you were taught to doing it another way, question that and really ask yourself, how can you make it more aligned with you at the core? And I really invite you to write this question down. If it's simple and aligned, you can write it down. If you want to add and change the first word, you can change it, but write it down and put it in a place where you can see often. And this is so helpful because it will really help you get out of the autopilot. When you are doing things, when you are making a decision, doesn't matter how small it is or how small it seems, make this question: how can I make this simple and aligned? How can I make this simple and aligned? And the more that you ask yourself this, the more that it becomes ingrained in your brain, and that becomes your new autopilot, is asking yourself, wait, is this simple? Is this aligned? How can I make this simple and aligned? The repetition really helps you in creating that foundation for this to become your new norm, and for you to always be wondering how to make things more simple and more aligned with you. So write it down, put it on your phone, on your wallpaper, put it on your desk, whatever it is, write it down, have it top of mind so you can start to really consider it in every decision that you make, in every tiny little decision, tiny little movements that you make. The more that we can make our tiny decisions, our tiny actions more simple and aligned, that has the power to change your life, right? that has the power to bring everything back to yourself, and the ripple effect, the impact that has is gigantic. So a simple question, yet very powerful, you know. It's a completely mindset shift, and it's a completely new way of considering things, of thinking about things. And again, I know that sometimes we have trouble when things are so easy, so simple, but I challenge you to do that for a week. Do that for a day and see what happens. But make it part of your day-to-day, make it part of your own inner narratives, and you will see how everything shifts from there. So put that in practice and then come back and let me know what changed for you. How is it going about life and making it more simple and aligned? I hope this tiny little piece of insight can help you. And as always, how can you make it simple and aligned? I will see you soon. Bye.